Good afternoon and good evening to you all. Welcome to the last edition of the week of the Full 100. Today is Friday the 14th of May and I've got an enjoyable show. See guys, like the topics that I bring are not celebrity gossip type stuff. That's not what this channel's about. So I get to do a lot of serious stuff, a lot of sad stuff sometimes. But every so often I get to do an enjoyable one. The one that comes to mind is when I called Biden winning the election back in November. The next one was on the 20th of January when I saw the QAnon lot walking around dazed thinking, when they realized Trump was actually leaving power. And then the 4th of March when they thought Trump was coming back and he didn't come back. Today's going to be another one of those topics, guys. Another one of those shows. Quite enjoyable one today. Today's show's titled Trump Arrest Warrants Coming Soon. Yeah, you heard it. You heard it right. They're drawing up his arrest warrants as we speak, guys. So, guys, look, without further ado, I haven't touched on this guy for a while. We're going to enjoy today's show. Let's get down to it. So, as I said from the title, the man's arrest warrants are coming. Anyone who listened to me last year, I told you guys he had some jail time coming. I don't know why he didn't realize that he had jail time coming. It baffles me why he just kept rolling on. I guess it has to be down to white privilege. It has to be down to white privilege. I think his white privilege is too layered. He's white and he's got money. I won't call him a billionaire because I don't think he's a billionaire. I think his assets might be worth billions, but I don't think he's a billionaire in terms of what a real billionaire is. But it baffled me that this guy just could not put the brakes on his behavior, knowing he's about to leave office. He just kept doing it. Anyway, his comeuppance is coming shortly, guys. So today's not a long one. I'm going to start with a quick video just to show you guys what the case is, one of the first cases, the main case is the New York case. So take a look at this and I'll see you on the other side.
Can I just take a second here, this part of the show, to tell you what I think is the most single insane thing that came up in today's news? I find it completely astonishing. Jane Mayer, 8 weeks ago, published a really newsy article at The New Yorker about New York State prosecutors and the criminal case they are pursuing against former President Donald Trump. And that piece in The New Yorker was published at a very high-profile time for that investigation. It was right after a court ruling cleared the way for those prosecutors in New York to obtain a hard drive that contains millions of pages of Donald Trump's tax records and financial records and business records dating back 10 years to 2011. And Jane Mayer is such a good reporter, such a good writer. Here's part of how she laid it out. She said, quote, "The hard drive includes potentially revealing notes showing how Trump and his accountants arrived at their tax numbers. No previous president has been charged with a criminal offense. Trump remains the Republican Party's most popular potential presidential candidate. He recently signaled interest in another run. But if he's charged and convicted, he could end up serving a prison term instead of a second White House term."
Welcome back, guys. So as I said, his arrest warrants are being drawn up as we speak, guys. I reckon by the end of this month, or definitely by mid-June, I think there will be indictments and arrest warrants issued for Donald J. Trump. I mean, look, it isn't just the New York case. Right now, they got material. What you didn't see in the clip, which I edited away. They've collected so much electronic evidence from the devices of Rudy Giuliani's lawyer got spun the other day by the FBI. His house got raided, and he went on TV crying foul and everything else. But the way they're storing the data for these idiots here is stronger than a bank vault. The journalist is saying they got like a tinfoil type material. It's not tinfoil, but you know, high security, but metal foil type thing, yeah? Lining the walls of where we're keeping this evidence, yeah? You know why? Because they don't trust his Russian buddies in Russia, who probably have the technology to delete stuff from a distance. So they're scared that the evidence they've collected, that some Russian people might be able to even delete it. They're gunning for this guy. This guy, he's missing. Take it from me, he's missing, right? Anyway, then he's got other cases. He's got the 9 or 11 women, don't quote me on the number. I think it's even 9 or 11 women who have pending cases against him. Those are going to be civil matters that's going to destroy him financially. Then he's got multiple federal cases on this election fraud he tried to do. Then he's got the case to come from this insurrection, which is only the participants at the moment that they're arresting, yeah? They've been put in jail. They're coming for Trump and the senators who assisted. They're coming for them in a minute. That's a much longer case, and that only happened in January. So listen, he's missing. Take it from me. But here, let me show you guys another video of more of his legal troubles coming. Take a look.
But meanwhile, that same former twice impeached one-term president is facing potential criminal charges in the state of Georgia. Yesterday, we found out that the main witness for the serious federal obstruction of justice allegations against him is about to testify to Congress about Trump's behavior, which could theoretically result in a federal criminal referral to the Justice Department on those serious obstruction allegations for which he never had to face the music while he was in office. The Wall Street Journal reports today that a private school in New York has just been subpoenaed in conjunction with the New York investigation in a way that might not just signal additional pressure on witnesses against Trump in that investigation, it might signal that additional tax-related allegations about violations of federal tax law could be referred from those state prosecutors back to SDNY, which would involve a whole nother set of prosecutors on his case.
So what's this idiot trying? You're not going to believe this. They're planning on barricading him in Florida. You couldn't make this stuff up. They're planning on barricading him in Florida. So the governor of Florida, yeah, a guy called DeSantis, yeah, this guy has been a Trump lapdog from the beginning. I mean, during the corona, he let his state go free until he started to hit them. Then he got critical. You know, he's just a Trump arsenic. Sorry guys, but I had to use that word. Anyway, they're promising him, they're dangling, running with Trump this time, because Mike Pence is already walked away from him, innit? So this guy, a governor, a grown adult, when he looks at the trouble that Trump's in, for him to actually even think that Trump's got a chance to run again in 2024, because he only got one term, so he's allowed to run a second term, yeah? So they're promising this guy a running mate position with Trump. So now they're colluding amongst themselves to say, how can we protect Trump in Florida? If Florida doesn't want him, but New York wants him, another state, how can we protect him? So they're talking about barricading this idiot. It's unbelievable. Take a look at my next video, guys. I'll see you on the other side.
And then in the middle of that piece, I've had this like physically cut out and tacked up on the side of my bookshelf ever since Jane Mayer dropped this. She says, quote, Trump has already demonstrated a willingness to engage in almost unthinkable tactics to protect himself. Among his social circle in Palm Beach, speculation abounds that Florida's Republican governor, Ron DeSantis, might not honor an extradition request from New York if a bench warrant were issued for Trump's arrest. The state's attorney for Palm Beach County tells The New Yorker that he doubts such defiance would stand. Extradition, he points out, is a constitutional duty, and a governor's role in it is merely ministerial. But he admits that the process might not go smoothly. You know what, he says? I thought January 6th would go smoothly. Congress's role was just ministerial then, too.
Welcome back, guys. We're on to my very last video, but this is the best of the lot. This here is the best of the lot. This lays out the plan that they have to protect Trump from being extradited to New York or to Georgia, the two states currently that are about to issue out their arrest warrants on him. So here's the plan, and I'll see you all on the other side. I hope you enjoyed this last video. I'll see you soon.
Dropping in the middle there that if Trump is indicted by those New York State prosecutors and there's a warrant out for his arrest in New York State, maybe the Republican governor of Florida would, hide Trump? shield him from extradition like he's an international hijacker hiding out in Tehran or something? Well, apparently, yes, that's a thing. That's happening. I mean, they're at least working on it. Politico.com today has picked up this storyline and run with it, and it turns out this is actually a thing in Trump world that they are working on. The naughty problem of how to shield him from extradition, you know, once he's indicted and there's an arrest warrant for him, because apparently they expect that's on its way. When they tell you you're going to be his running mate, it's because they're trying to get you to build a moat around his castle to keep law enforcement away. Right? I mean, forgive me, but it is crazy to me that this is part of the news right now. A former president has never faced criminal charges in our country ever. This former president is still running the Republican Party, you know, demanding the scalps of his enemies and demanding loyalty and demanding people repeat his bananas claims that he's still the president and he didn't really lose the last election. And it's put the whole Republican Party into absolute convulsions as they try to deal with him, and while they purge people who no longer please him. We might have a physical battle ahead sometime soon, sometime over the next few months, in which the former president tries to barricade himself in Florida with the help of local Republican officials who say they'll try to keep him from being arrested by either the feds or New York State. You know, totally normal. Some ex-presidents open a library, right, or start a foundation. This one goes shopping for somewhere without an extradition treaty where he can rule from exile.
So guys, there you have it. That's the master plan. Like the lady says, ruling from exile. If they barricade him in Florida, how the hell is he going to run for election? I'm going to enjoy watching them try fight it. Just like I enjoyed watching him try stay in power. And he lost. He didn't just lose the election once. He lost it about 69 times, yeah, in his efforts. That's exactly what's going to happen this time round. And I'm just going to enjoy watching it, seriously. But like, let me finish by saying this, yeah? I've been saying this a long time now. We're not living in the normal times. And anyone who doesn't see that yet, they need to wake the hell up. Seriously, these are not normal times. But if you notice, the fake news is getting less and less. You must admit. I can't remember the last time I saw fake news on my phone sent from one of my friends on this pandemic. They have dropped off at least 95%, big time, yeah? Because they've deplatformed them. They've done what they should have done. They deplatformed the biggest fake news carrier himself, Trump. From he went, fake news dropped by 50% just by him going off the platforms. Then all the other people that they removed. So we're getting back to normal, but these are still not normal times. So guys, listen, watch this space. We're going to see the one Trump in orange jumpsuits, leg irons that they call them, you know them leg chains, they call them leg irons, and the chains and the ones around the waist walking to court. I look forward to that. Guys, look, if you enjoyed this and anything else we've ever published, hit subscribe, because we put a lot of work into bringing you great information. I'll see you all on Monday. Have a fabulous weekend. And before you turn off, you know what I'm going to say. Subscribe. See you all soon. Bye-bye.